Natalie Imbruglia is mostly remembered for her beloved 1997 hit Torn, and although she had a very lengthy and storied career, Torn is a song that will linger in people's mind whenever they hear her name. She found fame very challenging to deal with, and was very unhappy at the time she graced the pop charts, which ultimately led her to retreating from the public eye. Natalie began her career in the public eye as a model in her home country of Australia. She eventually landed a role on the popular Australia soap opera Neighbours. From there, she found her way to the music industry. Natalie is one of those rare artists that began with her biggest song. She was signed to RCA Records because of Torn, and it became her debut single. It's one of those songs that feel like they are engineered to appeal to multiple demographics. It's soft rock, but has a super catchy pop-friendly melody. It's such an omnipresent song that its peak position, at least in the US, might surprise you. It only peaked at number 42 on the Billboard Hot 100, but made its way to the top 2 in various other Western countries. Make no mistake though, Torn was and is a true blue hit. The reason for its US peak is because Billboard had rules preventing singles that weren't physically released as a single from charting on the Billboard Hot 100. When the song was declining in popularity, the rules changed to allow airplay-only songs onto the chart, and the song charted for 2 weeks, peaking at number 42. So Torn only charted in the US at the time that it was least popular. And it likely wasn't released physically as a single, so people would buy her album in its entirety instead, which was a common practice in the 90s. Chart positions aside, Torn is a great pop song and sounds like a hit. What many might not know is that it's a cover. It was first released in 1995 by a Danish group called Etna Swap, before Natalie decided to cover it. Her debut album Left of the Middle was a runaway success, and Natalie co-wrote every song on the album besides 2. She had 3 additional singles from the album, Big Mistake, Wishing I Was There, and Smoke, which all performed well internationally, but did not attain the same wide appeal as Torn. The album brought upon a lot of comparisons to Alanis Morissette, but Natalie just shrugged them off. The album reportedly sold over 7 million copies worldwide, and made Natalie a hot pick at award shows. She won a VMA, EMA, Brit Award, and a plethora of ARIA awards. Her second album, White Lily's Island, was a success, and sold 1 million copies, but did not repeat the success of her debut. It kept to the sound of her debut, while expanding on heavier topics lyrically. That Day and Wrong Impression were the most successful singles from the album, but there was not a smash single from the album. Things became a little more complicated for Natalie following this album. Her third album that was ready for release in 2003 was shelved. Her label wanted her to do songs with Bloodshy and Avant, known for their work with Kylie Minogue and Britney Spears, but Natalie rejected the offer, feeling like the material didn't fit her. She and RCA Records parted ways, but she was quickly re-signed to Brightside Records, and released her album Counting Down the Days in 2005, which had a more pop-leaning sound. The album was a success in the UK music market, and had hit singles Counting Down the Days and Shivered, which I think is some of her best and catchiest work, and can easily stand alongside Torn. After this album, she would really only release music when she wanted to. In 2009, she released Come to Life, which marked her least successful release yet, and it had a limited album release. She ultimately decided to focus on acting after this album. In 2015, she returned with a covers album titled Male, where she covered songs made popular by male artists. And in 2021, she released Firebird. She suffered writer's block after being dropped from her label after her Come to Life album. I still don't know why she said of being axed. Maybe it was financial, to do with the label, I have no idea. But you're just abandoned, dropped at a point in your career where you just wouldn't imagine that would be the case. And I think it was a decent album, there's great songs on there, but I was convinced the universe was telling me I shouldn't be doing it. I really believed that. She fell out of love with music. During the promotional cycle for her most recent album, Firebird, released in 2021, she would reflect a lot on her Torn success and how unhappy she was at the height of her fame. It was daunting, she remembers. I was going around and winning awards, and I didn't have a lot of confidence. It was this weird combination of trying to step up and own it, and also not really thinking you're that great. So there were mixed emotions. I see pictures of myself at that time, and I just want to give me a hug, because I think it was a lot.
Actually scared me because I went into this thinking, no one's going to take me seriously. I'll probably get things thrown at me on stage, and maybe when I make a 5th album, maybe I'll write one song and I'll get a bit of respect. That was my point of view. So then it was like, it kind of threw a spanner in the works in a way, because I was like, I don't really know what to do with this. And it was amazing, but because I didn't feel worthy of it, I had a bit of trouble kind of coming to terms with it, I think.
On another occasion, she said that being a big celebrity left her successful, rich, and terribly unhappy. Plagued by label troubles, creative differences, and dissatisfaction with fame, Natalie at least temporarily decided to step away from music. She didn't care about repeating the success of Torn, but it's a song she remains proud of, and a song the world still has on repeat. I will say I think Natalie Imbriglia's discography is worthy of a listen because she has a lot of hidden gems, and people might not know that to be the case outside of Torn.
How do you find success? How do you define it?
Define it? Mm-hmm. To me, success is more of a personal thing as opposed to, you know, getting a top 10 song. It's about, have I put 100% into what I'm doing and had integrity and believed in it and kind of done the very best that I can. So I think of success more as in a personal feeling as opposed to whether you get recognition from the rest of the world.